So
Don't forget David Reagan's win at Talladega. That was big as
yes,
well.
that was definitely huge.
so you said racing is a family thing for you. Um, so will your dad spot for you in Daytona when you need a spotter up top?
Spotting is not really his thing, mainly because there's a lot of stairs up to the spotter's tower, and he's not a big stair guy. But now he's never really been around spotting because I mainly run dirt late models nowadays when I'm not racing the ARCA stuff, and I've raced for 12, 13 years now. And Daytona last year was the first time I actually had a spotter. So it was completely new to me. He's never really been around, the professional, like bigger national series would have a spotter. So it's kind of a new deal for him. But my spotter will actually be Jesse Vaughn, who spotted for me last year at Daytona and was just recently announced as he'll be joining Legacy Motor Club as Jimmy Johnson's spotter. So Jimmy Johnson stole my spotter. How rude of him. But we laughed about this a couple of years ago. My dad asked me, he goes, son, when you make it to Daytona, and we were just joking. He's like, when you make it to Daytona, do you want me to be in the crew chief or the spotter stand? I said, Dad, I prefer you were in the grandstands, to be honest. um, but we were joking around that we never thought that we'd actually make it, but here we are.
For sure. Would you ever consider running the Daytona 500?
Yes, it'd be something I definitely have to prepare for. I like super speedway racing. It's probably my most exciting form of racing that I've done. I've raced everything from go karts to a school bus, and the ARCA is super speedway racing, or just super speedway racing in general, is probably one of the more exciting forms of racing. From a lot of drivers that tell you it's boring, you can just sit there and you just turn left a lot, but I find it very, I don't want to say challenging, but very exciting and thrilling. But if we could ever put together something for like the 500 down the road, it'd be that is when I could say if I ran the 500, I could just retire right down the spot. I'm like, okay, there's no point in running anymore because this is a highlight of my career right here. Running the 500.
Yeah,
You
for
heard it right
sure.
here.
That'd be an early retirement.
Yeah, let's get him a ride in the Daytona 500.
Yeah.
2024.
Whatever. It'd be neat to put something together down the road. It's definitely a couple years out, if not a decade or so. I can kind of see me making like a late comeback in 15, 20 years. Like, who's this guy? And here I am out of nowhere running the 500. But it'd be a dream come true to run the 500 for sure.
Have you ever raced at North Wilkesboro or
I have
gone to
not.
it?
I've never really done anything much out there on the East Coast. I've mainly raced around the Midwest my whole career. Indiana and Ohio, some in Illinois, Tennessee, up in Kentucky, a lot on the dirt scene. But we were going to, because in October they were originally going to run dirt late models there because they were going to tear the asphalt up and have a dirt. They're going to run on the dirt there, and then NASCAR announced the All Star race, and like, oh, sorry, we're not doing that anymore. We were really excited though because we were going to go run there, but unfortunately that got canceled.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
they
Aren't we,
they
Justin?
have to get ready for NASCAR.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a NASCAR driver that you kind of look up to that can you can contact and get advice? I know you're not in the NASCAR series yet, but there's got to be someone in that series.
Yes. Kind of. I'm very antisocial, and I've not really been around the NASCAR clique per se, so I don't really have like a bunch of people's phone numbers. But one person I've gotten really close with and became pretty good friends with this past year or so was Brad Perez. He worked for the Mullins and whatnot down there in Daytona, and we tested out. ARCA does a test at Daytona every January, and me and him tested together this past January last month, and also last year. How I kind of got my whole start in ARCA and Daytona. So we kind of became friends, and then we both made our trucks debut last year for the same team, Marion Brothers. He did his at Sonoma, I did mine at Knoxville. And we've just kind of always been around each other in the past year. And I've got his number. Either me or my parents, even they call him up. I'm like, hey, we're in a bit of a pickle here. We know you have a lot of experience with this type of thing. Got any advice, any information that might help. or somebody we can reach out to. So he's well liked and well respected in the garage, and I can see why. So he's kind of became pretty good buddies with me. And I got some other people and whatnot. The Mullins team that I run for in ARCA. Dinah is always a phone call away. She calls me one of her little ducklings because she's like a mama bird, always making sure that I know what's best for me to make sure that I know what's right and that I'm making the right choices. So she's always there for me too.
Awesome.